We had the first of our weekly meet and greet street stall activities in Warminster yesterday, and I felt it was a really successful endeavour. I had 6 to 8 volunteers out helping me, distributing leaflets, meeting and chatting to various members of the public, informing them about Reform UK policies, and I spoke to many people who were, 1, surprised, 2, delighted to learn that Reform UK are standing here in Southwest Wiltshire, that I'm standing to be their candidate, and delighted that they'll finally have the opportunity to have a voice representing them in Westminster.
And there was one particular gentleman you spoke to who was a farmer.
Yes, I've been thinking about this chap a lot this morning while I was out doing the horses. This chap was a 91-year-old farmer, and his main concern yesterday that he wanted to speak about was the change in subsidies from the government. There are subsidies being imposed by the government, whether that's by a quango or committees or civil servants who know absolutely nothing about farmers and farming. And these subsidies are being imposed without any consultation to the farming community. No one's asking the farmers, let alone listening to the farmers. And that's the difference that Reform UK will make, in that we really do listen and represent the farming community. Well, of course, Warminster being a military town, you know, a lot of the passers-by were serving members or past members of the military or their families, and they all had very similar concerns. There's concerns about the plight of homeless ex-servicemen who are being neglected at the cost, you know, while millions are being spent on housing illegal immigrants. There's concerns about the lack of defence spending, and, you know, many serving soldiers were concerned about the lack of equipment, lack of preparation, the lack of actual numbers serving within the armed forces at the moment. So recruitment and retention of the armed forces, increasing our budget spend, are absolute paramount of importance to us. The big picture is that people have confused pollution and genuine environmental issues with the energy situation. Yes, of course, we're all concerned about pollution and having clean rivers, clean water, clean food supply, and a healthy natural environment for the bees, for the animals, for the birds. That goes without saying. That's been conflated mistakenly with this alleged CO2 issue with global warming, all of which is yet to be proven, which I believe is a fallacy, and millions and millions, billions are being spent fostering this narrative while neglecting the actual people of this country. It was actually sat on trillions of dollars worth of natural resources. If we were to exploit the North Sea fully, if we were to exploit the shale gas through fracking, this country could be self-sustainable and energy secure for many decades to come.
Where's the money going to come from for all this reform?
Well, the money will come from savings. These are savings that we'll make through cutting the quangos, cutting the civil service, cutting through layers and layers of management within the NHS, and redirecting those resources and those funds to the front line, be it the NHS, be it the military, be it education, be it teachers. There are billions to be had through sensible use of savings. So folks, our next meet and greet street stall activity is in the delightful market town of Mia. We'll be meeting by the clock tower just outside the co-op, right next door to the George pub, on Saturday the 15th of June from 10 a.m. through till 12:30. So please come down and come and meet me and come and meet my volunteers, ask questions and get to know your Reform UK candidate.